We have leaders that choose to ignore it and sweep it under the rug. 18 months. 18 months makes a big difference. You see the numbers.
And those numbers she's talking about, the level of PFOA in the blood of Hoosick Falls residents, including young children, highlighted during an emotional protest at the Capitol today. That protest from people who drank the contaminated water for untold months, maybe years. They want legislative hearings. Our Capitol reporter Kimberly Howard at that protest today. She joins us live. Kimberly, I know these people took their concerns right to the governor's office. How'd they make out?
Yeah, they sure did, Greg. And after a short time of waiting outside, they were invited in, again, demanding those legislative hearings, as well as the money and resources they need to keep their drinking water safe.
These are the faces that I want you to remember.
The faces of children with PFOA in their blood, more than 56 times what the CDC says is in the average American system. The plea of students, teachers, parents, and kids was emotional.
For 18 months that we were not told that there was poison in our water.
This group is urging the legislature to hold hearings, not form a task force appointed by the governor.
Behind closed doors doesn't cut it. We need transparent public hearings.
They're also asking for a feasibility study and to secure a new clean water source.
We also need money for biomonitoring and future health care for the people of our village.
The group took their concerns right to the governor's office.
This is not about money.
You want accountability?
We do want accountability. We want accountability from the Cuomo administration all the way down to our elected local village leaders.
After more than an hour behind closed doors,
A lot of things were cleared up, and we learned a lot of things that they have done.
the governor's office points to hundreds of millions of dollars allocated in the state budget for water quality improvement, as well as the establishment of 2 state Superfund sites, which allows state money to instantly be unlocked to help clean up the problems. Anything that you wish the administration did better?
Well, listen, my job in government is to make sure moving forward people have the cleanest, healthiest, safest drinking water that they can have. So that's what we're focused on.
State Operations Director Jim Milotras tells me better communication was also discussed between doctors and state and local officials and the people who have been living with tainted water.
Now it's time, how do we fix these things? How do we move forward? How do we make sure the companies that polluted their communities are cleaning up their messes? How do we make sure that they have the best water systems?
Now it's up to the legislature, not the governor, whether those hearings will be called. They do not need to happen while the lawmakers are in session. Greg?
Kimberly, only one day left now, unless they go an extra day. What can happen in that time to help places like Hoosick Falls before the lawmakers go home for the summer and the fall?
No, Greg, there is one bill which would extend the statute of limitations for people in communities like Hoosick Falls that are seeking medical compensations. It would extend the statute of limitations against after the time that their community is declared a state Superfund site. Now, that bill is already overwhelmingly passed in the Assembly, but it has not yet passed the Senate. That is something I am told that could happen in the next 24 hours or so that we have left to go. So we will be keeping a close eye on that. For now, though, we're live at the Capitol. Kimberly Howard, CBS 6 News.
And we should point out they can still have hearings after the session ends. Many hearings are held during that off time. So thanks, Kimberly, very much for reporting live